Hey, what's up? It's DJ. Here are your new mods for Farming Simulator 25 on Thursday, June the 12th. In total, we got 12 mods. All platforms got 9 new, and PC Mac players got 3 new. I've actually already recorded this video once, but I had to change the intro because we got some new tractors that released a little bit late. So let's jump right in. Today's a fun one. Oh, and quick heads up, I'm going to be starting with PC and Mac mods today because, well, Easy Dev's out, so we're going to talk about that really quickly, so check the timestamps to see what you want to see first. Let's start off today with content creators' favorite mod, Easy Development Controls from GTX. It is finally here. It says Easy Dev Controls is designed as a testing tool for modders, mappers, and content creators. It can also assist with gameplay setups or however you wish to play the game. It also includes some features already available through the in-game console settings or commands. However, they are easily accessible now, hence the name. Now, I'm going to go over quickly these the options and the things that you can do with this. It looks like a lot of everything has returned, maybe 1 or 2 new things. And we also have a help section, which if you're curious about something like, I don't know, teleport. What does that do? Well, it obviously teleports the player. So you can figure all of that out in help, or you can click the I at the top right-hand corner. So let's start with general. We've got add money, remove money, set money, extra time scale, stop time, HUD visibility, HUD input. What is HUD input? We'll talk about that. Delete objects input, show bale locations, show pallet locations, teleport the player, flip the vehicles, set the FOV, set quality, show collectibles, clear the i3D cache, and reload the store items. Now again, if you're on this page, general, and you're curious, HUD input. Now, what in the world could that be? Well, it toggles the availability of the toggle HUD input binding. So there you go. And if you're ever curious where these controls can be found, in Easy Development Controls, right here in the controls section, we got open menu, increase running speed, delete object, toggle HUD, and toggle super strength. All of these can be changed, removed, whatever you would like. Actually, there's quite a few of these mods that I also have other mods that do the same thing, so I may be consolidating. Nonetheless, heading back in, and we go into page 2, where we have super strength input, flight mode, flight state, jump delay, jump multiplier, running multiplier input, no clip, wood cutting marker, aim marker, set farm, and then we have debugs for initialization, hand tools, network, graphics, state, movement, and input. One of my favorite sections, the objects and field type. So in here we have add bell, and we could choose square or round, and then from there we could choose the size of the bell that we want, and then we can decide what we want it to be. If you've got any mods installed, this should work with those. We also have available bell types for minting bells, bells themselves, remove bells, add pallet, pallets, remove pallets, add a log, plant tree. It literally plants a tree right in front of you, and you can set the state as well. We also have split shapes, remove the split shapes, tip to ground, clear tip area, and show tip collisions. In the vehicles section, this usually works best if you are in the vehicles, but we have reload vehicle, analyze vehicle, fill level. So if you've got a tipper on there, you can actually add things to that. Toggle cover, condition, fill level, or fuel level rather, set power consumer, motor temperature, operating time, remove vehicles, global wiper state, vehicle distance, vehicle debug state, and tension belt debug. One that I've not used before is the remove vehicle, so I am a little bit curious of what that does. It removes all vehicles and implements from the map. Oh, be careful with that one. Next is placeable. So this is pretty cool. We could see all of the production points in here. So we have all NPC on and all of that good stuff. And we're actually able to change a few things around with that. We also have production points list, delivery mapping, tip to trigger, reload none, placeables, remove map placeables, and production points debug, show test areas, and show placement collisions. As far as your fields and farmland section, we have set filled fruit, set filled ground, set rice field, so that is a new area. It's not going to create a rice field for you, but if you're in it, you can change stuff in there. Also have set vine state, update vine visuals, weeds, field stones, advanced growth, so this is basically the grow now, but in a button here. Set growth period. We also have set farmland owner, PDA field overview, debug field status, vine system, and field stones. Lastly, we've got the environment. This is one that I've missed a lot, especially for doing screenshots and things like that, making sure that the weather looks nice for screenshots, because sometimes a rainy day looks terrible. We have set time, so we can actually set when we want it to be. as well as the time of day. You see here I've got day 1 blacked out. This is because I'm playing with 1-day seasons currently, so there's that. We also have reload environment, reload the weather, set the weather, so you can set it exactly what you want. Remove tire tracks, so that's nice. Adding snow, removing snow, snatting the snow, adding salt, random wind waving, weather debug, shader or seasonal shader debug, environment mask debug, and tire track debug. Lastly, down here at the bottom, again, any questions you have, anything you're like, hey, well, what does that do? Set snow, sets a given snow level, ranges from -4 to 0.5. So again, all of that. And then, of course, we have the About section. Author, GTX. Absolute champ. I'm almost sure as well that this About section is actually just the mod description, which makes things really nice. There are some new quality of life features included with this, so teleport has been around, so there's nothing really new there. However, the flip vehicle section, that is new, at least I think it is. Super strength, obviously there's like a million mods that do super strength. You can kind of choose what you want. HUD visibility, I like the screenshot mode, but this one is pretty good too. Show bell locations, pallet locations, so you never know where those are sometimes. Maybe you've lost a bell, this will help out with you. And the advanced growth, which advances all the crops. Again, that's basically just grow now, but it's part of Easy Dev. Easy Dev kind of does everything, and it makes it easy. Boom. This is very obviously just a super quick overview of everything that can be done here, and in hitting F12 in order to get to it, obviously, but you can set that button to whatever you want it to be. If you'd like me to go in depth any more into any of this, please let me know. I'm happy to do that in a separate video, but for the mod videos, we usually just kind of glance over things to give you an idea of what to expect when you download the mod. There's one other thing to note. Easy development controls and one of my other favorites, power tools, can be used together. However, you can see here that I don't have any input bindings for power tools. It is because I actually have them set to my controller, because I use an Xbox controller when I'm playing Farming Simulator. So if you're like me, maybe you want to do that, so I'm able to get out of here. I'm able to hit F12, go into Easy Dev, or if I just want something quick, boom, bam. Just like that, I can go into my power tools. I am a big proponent of using both of these mods together. They are not competitors as far as I'm concerned. They both do very valuable things. If I want a flight mode, bam, look at that. I didn't even have to take my hands off my controller. So it makes things easy, super easy for me. Hopefully it helps you out. One thing that I do need to let you know, because I had to do this, I basically had to remove power tools, because whenever I loaded in my power tools, even though it didn't have F12 listed here, it was overriding. So what I had to do was I had to remove all of the key bindings from power tools, then save the game, exit out, deselect power tools. So power tools wasn't even in my game. Save again, go back out, add power tools again, and everything was good. So basically the first save saves your key bindings not being there. The second save selects Easy Dev as the well, I guess primary, F12, whatever. Maybe something happened that I didn't realize nonetheless. And then whenever you pop back around again, you got in there. So now they both work perfectly fine for me. Just wanted to let you know, if you're like me, you like to use both, all good. Your other new one today for PC and Mac players is Dynamic Headerspeed. This mod allows the reel from the cutter to dynamically adjust to the travel speed. To do this, you can adjust the factor in the game settings to adjust the advance for better harvesting results. We've got kind of a middle ground between new for consoles and new for PC with the SDF Vineyard Pack. This actually released as I was uploading this video. I've had to cancel the video, pull it down, and re-add some stuff. So this is kind of cross between both of those. Really, the only differences for the PC version is we have branded tools, whereas the crossplay version has lizard tools. So let's talk about them. First up is the Vineyard Pack with cab, and we have without cab. So you're kind of going to see the same stuff. As you can see down here at the bottom, all of our specs are the same. All of that is good. So models here. So we have the Sammy Golden 75. You can also do that with the Agri Shift, and we can increase the engine power, obviously. Then we go into the Lamborghini. So very cool to see Lamborghini in here. Hurleyman, the OG toothpaste tractor. Love it. And we have the Deutz-Fahr setup. So you're able to choose whichever versions of those you like. There's quite a few different ones of each, so you may have to go through a few things. Only between 70 and 87 horsepower, so you're not going to see a huge difference when it comes to power ratings between all of these models. But it's nice to see, nonetheless. I'm going to pop back over to the cabin version just so we don't miss anything. As far as our wheel brands, we got a BKT in there, Trelleborg Wittgenstein, so nothing too wide and crazy. We do have a nice wide tire. I mean, it is a Vineyard Pack after all, so it's quite a small tractor. As far as our pre-filter, you can throw those on there on the front if you would like. Quick hitch, we can spin that around here. We have painted or we have standard. So I've never seen standard before. Looks interesting. Cabin color, we could go with a white, which is very nice to have. You could do a gray as well. Logos and color scheme. We have the old color scheme and the new color scheme. Basically, it's just changing up the grille a little bit, painting that. Hydraulic configuration, we have a front weight setup. We also have the front loader setup, which changes a few things around here. And then we can also run front hydraulic. So you either have the front loader with the front weight, or just the front weight, or front hydraulics. I like front hydraulics. Then you have rim color, and that is it. So there you go with that. As for the version without the cabin going through, it doesn't look like we've got anything different, other than the fact that it doesn't have a cabin color, obviously. As for the front loader, we have the old attacher with the 1.2 meter bucket, and we have the new attachment. And is that going to make a big difference for you? Well, kind of. The 1.5, I guess, would be the new setup, and the 1.2, I guess, would be the old setup. Definitely looking different around towards the back, so there you go. That makes some experiences there change up. So very cool, very nice. I mean, design color, we could change this also to match the branding. That's kind of cool. We got some bell forks on there as well. Those are really interesting. Love that. And we have some pallet forks too. Such a cool setup, dude. But again, like I said, not going to go over the separate things for the PC version, as it's really only branded front loader equipment. This is the Schwarzmüller food tank. Now, it's not really food per se. You've got both of your cow milk, buffalo milk, water, liquid fertilizer, and herbicide. So, to be fair, not really food, I guess. More milk, I guess. I don't know. Regardless, it'll hold 32,000 liters, weigh 7.1 tons. We have a couple different wheel options to choose from. You can change up the logo. It's going to be down here on the bottom right-hand corner, red or white. And then we go with a black or white regular, or you can do all together. So that's pretty cool. Dig that. Then we have the mud flap design. Again, a couple different setups for that one. Side protectors. So those can be added here towards the side. Kind of changes things up a little bit. It's also a spare tire. Toolbox, which can be added around towards the back. These are going to be a little bit different. So you can either go with the black one, silver one, or none. Beacon lights are also added up to the top. And then we have rear lights, which can be changed to up themselves. Then we have a bunch of colors. There are so many colors. So main color, very obviously, is the main color. So I'm going to go with blue for that tanker. Then we have the chassis color. We're going to go red for this one, down at the very bottom. Then we get into interesting ones. So the first design is going to be the protections right in front of the wheels. So there is that. Then we have another design. We're going to go with yellow. This is the ends of the tanker. So if you wanted to change those, you can. And then, of course, we have rim colors. Yes, chrome is in there, but you could choose any of these other colors as well. Tell you what, when they say YouTubers can't make a good-looking mod, they weren't kidding. Ooh, that's a color combo. There are no hatches or anything with this. The lights look pretty good, I'll give you that much. But yeah, no hatches or anything like that. You're not going to be unfolding or anything like that, and works pretty simple. So there you go. You got your buffalo milk going out. Well, this is also a nice time if you guys are on PC. If I have my power tools enabled right here, boom, fill level, water, bam, got it. Oop, turned it off. There we go. Or, let's say I'm using my easy dev controls. We go in here, liquid fertilizer, fill it up, click, done. You can also empty and set the amount as well. One thing with power tools, you cannot set the amount. It's just fill or not fill. At least I think. Fill, herbicide, yep, just fill. Making a lot of money off of random liquids right now. All right, moving on. Next one for on platforms, the Trail Lifter for Pepe 978. We actually have quite a few pieces of equipment now that are like this. So this one's got your hydraulics down there, and it's got the 3-point hitch. Hooks up for your regular trailer hitch. So if you've got a tractor that doesn't have a 3-point, this is what you would go with. They got a couple wheel designs, but nothing too wild and crazy. I'm not sure this is the best way to test this or show it off. However, I did want to see if it would work with something that had a PTO instead of hydraulics. So let's figure that out. I mean, it does have, maybe have hydraulics? No, I don't think so. So we'll drop it down, turn it on. Yeah, it works. So if you've got something that's got a PTO, no worries. Moving along now, the rest of our mods today are placeables. We have the Lime Factory. This is from Black Panther Modding. This one right here is a production chain, obviously. Inputs are going to be slurry, stones, and water, and output is going to be a lime. 5,280 cycles per month. Costs you $60 per month to run this bad boy. 10 stones, 5 water, and 2 slurry gets you 1 lime. Now, that may seem like a pretty poor deal. However, stones are actually the one thing I think you'll have the hardest time getting a hold of. Probably have to buy some of them, but nonetheless, there you go. Not too bad. One building, nice and simple. Next up, we have the American Shed Pack from American Modding, Inc. Now, if that sounds kind of familiar to you, so this is actually Lancey Boy. He's changed his modding name, but only for American Placeables. American Placeables will be under the American Modding, Inc., as he mentioned back on May 5th. Now, all American maps will be under Lancey Boy, and English Placeables will also be under Lancey Boy. Why? I don't know, but it is the way it is. I'll go ahead and tell you, you can change up the colors and everything. I'm going for the base green. I would have chosen the base red, but it is what it is. There's also a little bit of a lack of cohesiveness between the different mods, so we'll talk about it. So the first one in here, we've got this guy, the American Barn. We also have beside that the American, or Small American, Pole Barn. Beside that one, over here, we have the Open Air Shed. The smaller pole barn right here. So I guess we have 2 of those. Yep. And then the larger building back here, the large shed. As mentioned, we can change up the colors. Here's your base color palette for those. Now, this door right here cannot be opened from the front. So we have to go inside. Boom, just like that. We'll cut our help window on so you can kind of see it. And we come to the door. And we can't open it. So you've got to come actually over here to the middle. And that is going to open it up. And holy cow, that is the loudest door I've ever heard in my life. But there it is nonetheless. So, door opens from inside. Oh, we also have lights as well. However, light switch no worky? Is there another one around here? That's the only light switch I see. Well, I guess that one is what it is. So, light switch no work with that one. Now, moving on. This building right here, we have to come up to the handles, and both of them open independently. So, both of them open separately. We've also got this area over here, which we can open up on the other side as well. So, there's that. This is our light switch for in here, and it uses the left stick if you're on console, the left stick. So not the B button or the was it the circle button on PlayStation. Over here, this door, nothing, and opens from inside or outside, straight drive through, and we have lights over here, but they could also be turned on from over here. So there's that. Again, I'm just trying to show you this. I've tried recording this section twice already, and I got really confused. This door, different handles, and it's opened by clicking in the middle of the door, and the trigger doesn't go with it. Unlike the other door where the trigger does move with it, this one does not. So you have to click in the middle of where the door was, not in front of where the handle is. And then this one also has lights, but we have to be very close to that one. And lastly, we have this guy right here. Now there's a huge open area here, so I mean, it's a big open area. There's no lights or anything there, so we won't worry about that. This one, we click in the middle, and both doors open. Again, zero cohesion between the different buildings. They do not work like each other. So again, Want to make sure that you know so that you don't get confused with them like I did. Come over here. Shed lights do work perfectly fine. They look great. Perfect light setup. I love the little LEDs, although they do flicker a bit. I wonder if they flicker when they're off as well. Let's take a look and see. Nope, they do not. Next, we have the PGR Animal Barns Pack, and I can go and tell you right now, they're all the same. We have 7 buildings in here, 3 large, 3 small, and 1, well, they call it a toilet. It's actually a liquid manure silo. Pretty funny. I like that. That's very, very good. These include setups for cattle. We also have pigs, and we have sheep. So there is that. Again, the large and small for each, and you can see how I've used the free build or free place to place them down, and they are all floating. Every single one of them. I'm actually a little bit curious what would happen if we didn't put that down. Actually, the small ones are not floating, but the large ones are. Again, I have no idea why. And let's put one down like this. Not floating, no snapping, nothing like that. Let's put it down and see what it does. It built it up around the top. I always hate when mods do that. Yeah, so this is what it's done right here. Let's see if we could find out why it's done that. Heading inside, very flat ground inside. Although it does kind of drop down a little bit, there would be no reason for that. In here, we've got a bit of a crease down the middle. Of course, we hold our animals. This one just happens to be the one for little baby sheepies. Cannot open from the inside. Very interesting. And then around towards the outside. So, is it just for this? I think we probably could have reimagined this a little bit to keep from doing that, because that is annoying. Unless you've seen the inside of the large one. Now let's take a little sneaky peek at the small one. You can see no center trowel, or trowel? I don't know what I'm kind of channel. Lots of great designs and everything in here. Just kind of annoying that it builds it up around the outside. I'm so irritated about that right now. As for our outdoor toilet, we do have the toilet in 3 sinks, so you and 3 friends can hang out together. That's awesome. I love that. Nonetheless, there you go. That is the PGR Animal Barn Pack, I guess. Really not a whole lot to it. Let's see if we can hop up here and see what we've got up top. I assume it's just a place to store hay and stuff like that. Yep. Small doors round towards the top as well. Yep. There you go. Pretty simple. And if you're curious, this is what you're left with if you place the building in the wrong spot. Next up, we've got an insane mod pack. This is the GDR Building Package. Now, basically all of these are exactly the same. They've just got different doors, as you can tell. Doors are located in different sections, so maybe there's one you want over another. We got a couple different sizes, basically a medium and a large. We're not going to go through all of these just because, well, it's just doors in different places with a big interior. That's about it. We also have this one right here. This is a vehicle shop. Very cool, very nice. It is kind of nice that you can put your own stuff in here if you wanted to, but you will have to figure out how to get it in there because the roof cannot be removed. And then down here, we've got a bunch more stuff. 6 street lights, 1, 3, and 4 heads with either black or chrome. And then we have a bunch of these drive-through open sheds, which remind me a lot of the sheds of Felsbrunn and FS19. So a bunch of stuff, and you can just go through and find what you like, or not at all. That's okay too. Also, just a heads up, the single chrome topped light, it doesn't have collisions where it should. The collisions don't start till down at the very bottom. So just a heads up, if you're trying to delete that one, it's down at the bottom. Next to last new one for all platforms, we have the hydraulic bollard. This bad boy right here is a where the hydraulic bollards. They're very, very loud, so I'm going to back up just a little bit. But as you can see, they all pop up. Very, very cool. Do quick heads up. Some of these take up a little bit more space than others. So I accidentally placed these up in the air because I didn't realize there was collisions all over the place with these. So just a heads up, if you put them in the wrong spot, you might actually them in the air. Although you could probably do some really neat stuff with them if you did something like that. hey, give them a try. Check it out. And lastly, we have the European Fence Pack. As far as I can tell, there are no gates or anything like that. So it's just the fences with this one. 4 different ones, and they are all in different spots in the mod hub. And there you go. That is all of the mods for today. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, drop a like on it. Get subscribed if you're new. Enjoy the GoHam fam. Double check those notifications. That way you never miss videos like this one. Hey, I've already released video on New America this morning, so if you haven't seen that, go ahead and check that out. Otherwise, have an awesome day. We'll see you in the next one.